First live guests of today's show are already standing by. They're here to tell us about a play coming to Winston-Salem.
So this Friday, Stained Glass Playhouse has a new production hitting the stage. Our Town will run for several weekends in May, and there are still tickets left for some of those performances.
Yeah, so let's say good morning to Mark Graves and Scott Goad. Scott plays the role of the stage manager in Our Town.
And Mark is the director of Our Town as well as the marketing coordinator for Stained Glass Playhouse. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So Mark, we're going to start with you. Could you just talk about the premise of Our Town?
Sure. On the surface, Our Town is about a town in New Hampshire at the turn of the 20th century, and it sort of follows the lives of some of the townspeople, primarily the Gibbs and Webb families and some other townspeople that come into their orbit. But sort of on a greater level, it's the play is really about taking those little moments in your life that you sort of don't notice as they're happening, and really adding value to them and appreciating them while they're happening. Because there's a turn of events that happens in the show that causes that to really come into focus, and causes some of the characters to realize that you don't really realize those things until you don't have them anymore.
Oh yeah, I think that's so cool to focus on and showcase with the play. Scott, could you tell us a little bit more about your character, the stage manager?
Yes, so the role of the stage manager, he's kind of a storyteller slash scene setter, kind of can float through, I'll say, time a little bit. There's different years that we kind of bounce to. But in this role, he gets to kind of lay the scene out. He helps the audience understand what's going on and a little bit of the structure. And then that allows all the other actors just to basically bring it to life. So that's what's neat to watch.
Yeah, it's a really different show. You kind of break the fourth wall there as you speak directly to the audience with that. So it's a really interesting part, and congrats to you on getting to handle that. Mark, question for you now. How did you decide to cast the show as the director, and what kind of impact has that had on the rehearsals, upcoming performances? We hear there's different kind of casts per weekend.
Exactly. So I had an idea back when I got the opportunity to direct this show a couple of years ago. Of course, we were still at that time coming out of the pandemic. So I had the thought at that point of double casting purely for a little insurance in case people are sick, and be able to continue with the show and not have to cancel shows because of that. Obviously, that's a little bit less of a concern now, but as I was going through the audition process, it became really clear to me that there was a lot of demand among the acting community for people to do this show, because it hasn't been done here in a while. And so I thought, okay, I could use this as an opportunity to let twice as many people have an opportunity for some of these iconic roles that they might not get another chance to do. So I have double cast four of the main roles in the show: Emily Webb, George Gibbs, and then their mothers, Mrs. Gibbs and Mrs. Webb, have all been double cast. So of the 9 performances we have, the red cast will be doing 5 of them, and the blue cast will be doing 4 of them, and it alternates on the performance nights.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
It's definitely made rehearsals interesting, because you have to go through everything twice. This is just one of those things you don't think about when you think, oh, what a great idea this is.
Right.
But I do really think at the end of the day, it's going to create a really fantastic experience. You could easily come and see the show twice with the 2 different casts, and almost get 2 different shows because of the different character interpretations.
Yeah. Mark, you get to interact with those different casts too on stage as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. I guess we'll open this next question up here to both of you. I think it's great to have the director and then one of the actors here as well. So Mark or Scott, what do you both hope that audiences really take away from this show?
I know for me, other than just the kind of the night out, the entertainment that you hope to get, from going to plays in the community, is the message of it, and just the how quickly life goes and how we miss so many of those moments and stuff. And so that's we most all have experienced those lost type things that we kind of look back on and stuff. So I think that's just kind of a reminder of that, to not take the little things and the little moments of each day for granted, and embrace it, and the people that are in your lives each day.
Yeah, I think that's really the point that I think the author Thornton Wilder really wanted to make too. It's really just it's adding value to those moments that we don't necessarily assign value to at the time. We're always moving on to whatever's next or whatever we're focused on, and we're not yeah, taking the time to notice the things around us. And so I hope that at least to a small extent for a little while after people have seen the show, they try to notice some more of those things and not take them for granted.
Yeah, it's a thought-provoking show. Thank you both so much for your time this morning. To preview it, Our Town hits the stage Friday, May 3rd. It will run then every weekend through May 19th at Stained Glass Playhouse. Those tickets range between $15 and $20. You can find more information on stainedglassplayhouse.org. And I know a little bit about this show as well. You could hear me kind of mentioning that in my questions. I was in Our Town many, many years ago, back in the day. Yeah. And this is just one cast photo. I am a no name in this cast. I was just a random townsperson. But
I'm looking
the next
for you.
picture,
Are you in this picture?
next picture,
Okay.
yeah. I was in this one. And then the next one, you can see me a little bit better. There are some cast members on the left. There I am.
There you are.
Yeah, again, a no name in this cast, but it really is an impactful show. It's very emotional. It's moving.
Oh,
so
wow, yeah.
Glad we got to preview that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, and
that
give a
you were
little
in it.
shout out to my community theater days back in the day.